Oh, yeah. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? This is the Ghost of Mr. Sanders Show. I'm your host with the most. I go by the name of Ghost. And as always, I got my co-host, Mr. Sanders, with me. Give it up.
What's happening, man? How you doing?
I'm pretty good. So I got a new nickname alert.
What's up?
All right, so you remember the movie Johnny Tsunami?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going by Johnny Bugatti.
Man, get the fuck out. Yeah, go ahead. The
You don't like that one? That seems like a pretty good one.
Yeah, you gotta have Bugatti first, though.
I can dream. But anyway, so as you can tell by the music, what we gonna get into today, it is a 30-year anniversary of a very classic show that goes by the name of In Living Color. Give it up for that show. Now, we were alive during this time, but I mean, we didn't really get to watch the show until like the reruns. But still, very great show, a classic show. And just to give a little background on this show. So, this ran on Fox from April 15th, 1990. April 15th of 1990 to May 19th of 1994. Keenen Ivory Wayans was the creator, writer, and he also starred in this show. This was taped on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. The title of the series was inspired by the NBC announcement of broadcasts being presented in living color during the 1960s, prior to mainstream color television. Now, this show was very controversial.
Yeah, very.
So, it was really controversial due to like the Wayans' decision to portray black humor from a raw and uncut perspective in a time when you had like the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
So it was definitely like with that being said, like with them causing so much controversy, it basically started a feud between the Wayans and the Fox executives. But even though all that was going on, this was like an immensely popular show, especially in its first two seasons, capturing more than a 10-point Nielsen rating, which is pretty good. Definitely, it won an Emmy during, I think, basically its first season. And a lot of people don't realize this, but In Living Color was the reason why the Super Bowl started having like mainstream, like big artists for like their halftime shows.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because so basically during one of the Super Bowls, it was Super Bowl 26 or something like that. I don't know. Whatever XXVI, I think that's what 26.
Yeah, it was 26.
Something like that. So they had an all-time high ratings gained by airing a live special episode as counter program for the halftime show for CBS because they had like the Super Bowl at that time. But I didn't even know that. And like the Super Bowl, like they would definitely notice that because you know who they had the following year for their halftime show?
Oh.
Michael Jackson.
Oh.
Yeah, so the Super Bowl wasn't playing no games.
Yeah.
But so moving along with some of the background on the show. So Keenen Ivory Wayans stopped appearing in sketches in 1992 after the end of the third season over disputes with Fox about network censoring. Because I remember seeing they were having like I remember what was it? One of the cast members was like, yeah, like I didn't realize like most people didn't know their censors by like first name. Because they were just like their censor was just constantly always there like pissed off because all the stuff they were doing.
Yeah. Who wait a minute. So I think we got the number wrong. I think that was I think that's 36 on the Super Bowl number.
Well,
Uh,
X is 10, so
oh, never mind.
yeah. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's no big deal anyway. People will be able to look it up. So Keenan, yeah, he left. He stopped airing his sketches in 1992 after the end of the third season over disputes with Fox about the network censoring the show's content. So Wayans feared that Fox would ultimately decrease the syndication value, because they wanted to just like start airing reruns and whatnot instead of like actual new shows, new content. So Keenan appeared only in the season opener, though he remained the executive producer and thus stayed in the opening credits until the 13th episode of the fourth season. And after that is when him and pretty much all the Wayans made their exit off this show. But a lot of information right there. Now we're gonna get into the cast on here. Now you got some heavy hitters on this cast here.
Yeah, a lot of stars.
Yeah. So we're gonna start off with one of the main heavy hitters, Jim Carrey.
Give a round of applause for him.
Yeah, definitely. Jim Carrey, you got Kelly Caulfield. She's definitely hilarious. I like all of her little spots she does when she like gets in the Wayans movies.
Is that the blonde-headed girl?
I think she was like redhead on the show,
Okay.
but she's blonde now.
Okay.
Of course, you got Kim Coles, Miss Living Single. She was only on it for one season, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Tommy Davidson, David Allegreer, Takia Crystal. She was the mom on That's So Raven. Of course, all the Wayans pretty much. You got Keenan, Damon, Shawn and Marlon, and then Kim Wayans, the sister. And then you also have Jamie Foxx, a major heavy hitter right there. And then you also have Steve Bark. He was okay. He was all right. And Alexandra Wentworth. And then some of the notable fly girls that you had on there. You had Carrie Ann, which she's a host on like Dancing with the Stars. And then you also had Jennifer Lopez. Did I say that? Did I say that right? And also you had Rosie Perez. She did the choreography for this show. So, that was yeah. I think that was like pretty much they were like the first show with like, dancers like that. 'Cause you really didn't see that on shows. You don't even see that on shows nowadays. But what did you think about this show?
I really liked it. I like how they always push the envelope. It was very funny. I also really liked the musical guests that they had on. It was a really good show. I really loved of course the classic "Homie Don't Play That." I always liked when Tommy Davidson was on there. He was very funny with his physical comedy, and when him and Jamie Foxx, they used to act like the security guards and stuff.
Oh,
They got a skit on there with Tupac. I know.
yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. Jim Carrey, he was always funny on there with the what was it, the Lieutenant Dan, or what was his name?
Yeah.
No, what was it?
No, it was Fire Marshal Bill.
Yeah, Fire Marshal Bill. Yeah, what am I, Lieutenant Dan? I'm thinking of fucking Forrest Gump, my bad. But yeah, Fire Marshal Bill, that was hilarious. There was a lot of good things on here. I really loved how they just always were very raw,
Yeah, it was definitely a great show. They're definitely very creative. A lot of people, it really showed everybody's talents on it. Because like Saturday Night Live, because it's basically another version of Saturday Night Live, but Saturday Night Live doesn't always show everybody's talent on the show. This one actually, showed everybody's talent. And I think that was what made the show really good, because pretty much everybody was funny on this show. Like, I can't think of really anybody that I just didn't like on the show. but it it was straight hilarious. Who you think? Just going off the show wise, who you think was the funniest on the show? Not like after what they did after the show, but on specifically on the show. I know my pick.
Um, I'm gonna go with Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, that's not a bad pick. Mine, I gotta go with Damon Wayans.
Yeah,
I think he was just the funniest one on there. Like every one of his characters that he did was just fucking hilarious. Like, and then like really he don't get enough respect as like a comedian, because like I've seen some of his stand-up stuff and it's actually pretty good.
I never really looked into his career like that. I
Yeah.
know that. So what's one I should check out?
I can't tell you the name of one. I'm not gonna lie.
It must not have been that good.
No,
then.
I mean, I can't remember every damn comedy special I've seen. Like, but I remember I stumbled upon one. I don't know like how I did it. Like, I think Comedy Central was like, somehow playing one of his stand-ups. I was like, wow, this is actually pretty funny.
Okay.
So he's one of those guys I guess don't really get a bunch of love, but he's actually a pretty funny dude, pretty good actor too. Because I mean, after the show, he kind of left the show, he was doing some pretty big movies. But yeah, I definitely have to go with Damon Wayans, because one of my favorite ones he did was the Amon. Yeah, like especially when they did we're on the damn plane. He was just like, yeah, I'm your pilot, your co-pilot, your stewardess, yeah, and all these crazy ass jobs. I remember he was talking to the little kid on the plane. He was just like, oh, look at the little boy. It's like, how old is he? And she was like, oh, he's 4 years old. He's like, oh, 4 years old. So what does he do? She was like, what do you mean? What does he do? He's a child. She was like, yeah, like 4 years old. Like 4 years old. Like, he's like, you know what I was doing when I was 4 years old? I had like a paper route, a laundry route, and all these crazy ass jobs. It was like, oh my god. But it was always like, I always loved when they did the Amon skits, because it was just so funny.
Another classic skit that I remembered when they did one about Shaba.
Oh yeah. They were like really the first show to do like spoof songs, weren't they?
Yeah, was Weird Al? Was he relevant before?
Oh yeah, I guess Weird Al was.
Yeah. But this is the first time we actually seen it in a skit.
Yeah. Well, they would
in
be doing a bunch.
comedy.
Jim Carrey, he did Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, I was just gonna bring that up too.
I like when Tommy Davidson did MC Hammer.
Yeah.
Like oh.
Yeah, that was hilarious. And then they did remember Snow with the Informer.
Yeah.
I like it on down. Which that song was horrible.
Yeah.
What the fuck was America thinking making that song go #1?
Yeah, that was a pretty bad one. But yeah, definitely Shabba Ranks was probably my favorite. Mr. Ugly Man. Mr. Ugly Man. He's so damn ugly. I was just like, man. But yeah, they would crack me up doing that stuff. I was just like, wow. Like,
They do one on Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. I feel like they did one on
They
Something
probably
in
did.
Common. I feel like they did one on Something in Common, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I'm sure they did. I mean,
I gotta look
they
it back
wouldn't
up.
hold back on that show. Like it was crazy. But another one of the things, I always liked it when Damon Wayans and Jim Carrey did sketches together. 'Cause I mean, that was just too funny. I always loved when they played the two pastors, Reverend Cash and then the other Reverend Paythos or something like that, Paythous or something. And oh my gosh, they're collecting that offering all the time. He's like, yeah, we talked about giving money last week. We talked about this the week before. And we're going to keep talking about that until y'all get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just sitting there. He was just like, all right, now I'm going to call some names out. So once you hear your name, please stand up. And he was like, yeah, Tommy Daniels, Richard Jefferson, and, called out a couple other names. He was just like, all right, now all y'all checks bounce. So y'all need to get the hell up out of here because we don't need that here. But stay pushing the envelope with that show.
Do you remember the sketch that only showed one time?
What was that?
The Code 45 episode with Billy D.
Oh, okay.
Have you
Wait.
ever heard of that?
I don't think I remember. I know they would make fun of Billy D all the time.
Yeah, they made fun of the Code 45 commercials he used to do, and I had Kim Coles in it. She was playing the girl that came over that he was gonna smash, and she came all he was like talking, because Billy D is considered a smooth dude or whatever.
Yeah,
and
during
so
that time.
And so she came in all ratchet and loud and shit, and he looked at the camera. He was just like, "What do you expect, Whitney Houston?" And which is kind of ironic.
Yeah.
But because back then she had that American Sweetheart persona or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, she ends up drinking the shit and passing out, and he goes on the table and was getting ready to go to town. And they only showed that shit once because apparently he was the Fox said take that out, and he put the tape in that had the shit still on it, and he got in trouble for that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
They were always pushing. They
only got shown once because I seen it on YouTube. It was a dude that had it in his collection, and he said that's the only time they ever shown it.
Wow.
Back in like 90, either 90, 91, whatever this show.
It probably had to been 90.
Yeah.
It was probably either 90 or 91. Because to me, like, the show was at its best, like, the first, well, really when Keenan and, like, Damon kind of left the show, that's when it was still good, but it wasn't that good. It wasn't as good as it was, like, when they were pretty much a majority of the sketches.
That's usually how it goes with shows, man. The network really try to take this show over and try to water it down.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But that's how it goes. I think that's usually
that's how it goes when you mess with them big corporations, man. You gotta follow suit or get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. Well, I guess it also depends on who you are too.
Yeah.
Because I don't think NBC was fucking with Bill Cosby too much. they were letting him be. But of course, Bill Cosby was pretty much the Don at that point.
Yeah.
Because he could do no wrong.
I know he hated this show.
Oh yeah, he hates the Wayans. He's always hated the Wayans. The only Wayans he liked was Damon Wayans.
Why?
Just I guess because he did the My Wife and Kids show. But yeah, he hated the Wayans. Pretty much Bill Cosby hated everybody.
Yeah.
And we already know about the Eddie Murphy situation.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to you. I remember, Jamie Foxx, when he would impersonate Bill Cosby on the show. He was like, I'm promoting the Cosby condom. Like, because they're stupid. I'm like, man. But who would have thought, like, Jamie Foxx probably would have ended up being, like, the biggest star off the show?
Yeah, I never would have thought that, man. But he showcased his talent.
Well, to me, like, when he was on that show, I didn't even think he was really that funny.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He was trying to showcase his talent on everybody, because some sketches he would be singing and shit like that. I remember when him and Tommy Davidson, they did a spoof of Casey and JoJo singing "Lately." Remember that Unplugged episode when they sung Stevie Wonder's? They did a cover to Stevie Wonder's "Lately."
I don't know if I remember Tommy Davidson playing Stevie Wonder in a sketch.
Yeah. I was making fun of that. So, I mean, he was trying, and he released the album around this time, too.
Yeah, I'm sure that shit went double wood.
So you know
He tried to release an album a couple times before, like he hit it big with that what was it, the Unbreakable album? Or,
yeah, I think that's what it was called.
well, I know the first single was
Untouchable or
like
some shit.
Unbreakable or Unpredictable.
No, Unpredictable. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I bought that album.
Yeah, it was a good album.
Not really. I didn't really like it. The singles were
You didn't
good.
like it?
The singles were
Yeah,
good.
I thought it was good.
The singles were good. But as far as like actual album, yeah, I'll pass on that. Let's just say we won't be doing a review on that album. But yeah, it was it was a great show. A lot of great people involved. Always, I mean, anything. It's just crazy, like how they found Jim Carrey. Like, cause he tried out for like Saturday Night Live twice and got turned down, and they let him get on that show. You know, Chris Rock was originally supposed to be on this show.
What happened?
He turned it down for SNL.
I can see that because SNL was bigger at the time.
Yeah, and they used to rip on Chris Rock on the show too. I don't know if you ever seen that sketch of Sean pretend to be Chris Rock, which they are. I think they always, which I don't know. Maybe they do get a little beef with each other because you never really see Chris Rock with like the Wayans brothers.
That's true.
Or you never really see them all together. But
Yeah,
Sean was
it's funny how the way they hold their hands like
yeah, cause I know Sean always rips out on because Sean would be like, I
he
remember
did that at the MTV Awards. You remember that?
What?
You remember when he ripped on him at the MTV Awards?
What'd he say?
He was just acting like Chris Rock. He was like just doing his mannerisms and shit like that. I can't remember what year. I think it was like
it had to have been like the year after.
It had to have been like
I remember
2000, 2001, something like that.
Yeah, because I remember the Sean and Marlon hosted the VMAs.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe they got some little beef, something towards Chris Rock just for turning down the show or something. Maybe he was like told him he was gonna do it, and then like last minute he dropped out or something.
It happens.
Yeah, but damn, they hold the grudge now. They like the original Aunt Viv.
Which Aunt Viv is laughing her ass off right now.
Oh, I was surprised she ain't popped her head up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
anyway.
not to divulge too much on that topic. We might do something about that one day.
That's gonna be a funny one.
But yeah, it was. I mean, this show was just so crazy. Just some of the stuff that they would pull on the show. It was they used to go hard on Mike Tyson too.
I do remember that.
Hey, I was watching one episode and they Keenan Ivory Wayans, you know, he comes out and everything, and he was just like, "Yeah, I just want to let y'all know, Mike Tyson invited me to a party," and everybody was just like, everybody was clapping, and he was just like, "You know, there ain't really a punchline to it. I just want to let y'all know, like, in case something happens to me, like, it's because of Mike Tyson." But I was like, "Yeah, that's probably a good idea, because I'm sure Mike Tyson probably got a few words to say to you."
Hell yeah.
It's ludicrous. Oh, that's a really big word. And it was just crazy how much, like, when they did the mega for him, how much he did actually kind of look like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, because I remember I was like, look, I was like, damn, I almost thought it was Mike Tyson. It's just like, they just take everything. Just take everything from me. But it was cool, though. What do you think about Homie the Clown on that?
Hilarious, man.
Like, I wonder what made them put like the damn
So funny,
sock
man.
where he just slapping everybody.
I don't know, man. We need somebody like that now for all the bullshit that's going on these days.
You ain't lying about that.
Everybody needs their own personal Homie the Clown.
Yeah, like he was always so funny. They did a good job playing little kids though. Like, man,
Yeah.
it definitely took some talent to like be able to act like a damn 4-year-old or whatever. Yeah, I remember Tommy Davis in one episode. He was like, Homie the Clown was playing Santa Claus, and like homie saw Tommy Davis's character like stealing something, and he was like, "What do you think you doing?" He's like, "I'm stealing this because I'm joining the gang." He's like, "Oh, you joining the gang, huh?"
Look in the bag.
Yeah, look in the bag. Yeah, keep going deeper. And they just slapped him. He like, "That's exactly what your ass get joining the gang. Nothing. Now get your dumb ass out of here." But it was that was probably my favorite character on there.
Mm-hmm. Definitely most memorable.
Oh yeah,
I like when they make fun of Pee Wee Herman. You remember that?
Oh yeah, with that dog. Cause that was like right after he got busted and jacking off in like a porno theater or something like that. Or
I don't even think it was a porno. Was it a porno theater?
Yeah, one of them like adult theaters or whatever. Which I don't even think those don't even exist anymore, do they?
Hell no. They got rid of those real quick. The internet killed that.
Internet wins again.
Yeah.
I could even you know how awkward that would be? Just like go to a movie theater
and having to see somebody that you see all the time on TV with his pants down, going to town.
Well, I'm just talking about it in general. Just like if you wanted to go see a flick back then, like if you couldn't order a DVD, like you have to go to the damn theater to watch a porno. And it's like you gotta share this porno experience with whoever else is in this damn theater.
Yeah, back then you wanted to get your rocks off. You really had to go out your way to get your rocks off.
See, you better go to that bitch early in the morning when nobody gonna be in there.
Go in there and see your motherfucking pastor or something.
I mean, that's probably what it'd be like during that time. Because, I mean, that was, like, the only way to really, like...
Go in there and see your old first grade teacher or some shit.
Oh, man.
Oh, hey, Billy.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
Haven't seen you in a while.
Like, well, I wish I wouldn't have seen your ass here.
Yeah.
You just fucked up my whole experience. Yeah, that'd be pretty rough. Yeah. But... that would suck. I'd hate it. But any other characters you were sticking out to you?
Well, Wanda, just because I used to think to myself, how the fuck can this man hold his face like that?
That was the only reason why Jamie Foxx got on the show.
Yeah.
Because yeah, that was the only reason he got
Things
on
that make you go,
I know, right? But yeah, apparently that was like the main reason he got on the show. But hey, it ended up working out for him, I guess.
Yeah.
So made one hell of a career out of it. I mean, he was the only one that got an Oscar out of them people.
Yeah, that's true.
And he actually turned out to be a pretty good actor. Like, I will say that. Like, Jamie Foxx is actually a pretty decent actor.
Yeah, he's a very talented dude just all the way around. Very, has a variety of skills. Can do the acting, singing, all that shit, man.
Yeah.
Producing. You know, he's just
producing? What's he produce?
I think he produces for himself and other people.
What, like the
songwriting? I think.
I don't think he writes his own songs.
I just know he does a lot of shit.
Yeah. Apparently, he's an activist now.
Moving right along.
Yeah. But yeah, it was cool though. So apparently, if they tried to reboot this show,
it's not gonna work.
No, like they tried to reboot it back in like what was it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's something like a show like that. It's not gonna work in today's time. We're not us, but you know, just we as a society, we're just too sensitive.
Well, this was they were trying to do the reboot of it back in 2011. So they said, yeah, they started working on it. They actually got like a whole new cast now. I looked at the cast. I didn't know a single one of them motherfuckers except for Lil Rel. He was one of the people that was supposed to have been on there. And they, you know, they actually like shot like the pilot episode. They shot a couple of episodes too, which was kind of crazy. Like they actually, you know, shot the pilot episodes. But apparently on January of I think it was January 8th of 2013. Keenan announced that he was canceling the show because apparently him and the Fox executives didn't think they could sustain like a whole season. So apparently they just thought they sucked. Because he kind of said that but granted, like
some things you just gotta let go.
Yeah, because that show wouldn't have survived.
Yeah.
But I think like a lot of the older people, they were like the old cast members, they were gonna come back and do like sketches on the show too. Like Jim Carrey said he was gonna come back. Like I was watching an interview with David Allen Greer. He was like, yeah, like everybody said they were gonna come back. Like he's like, I was gonna do some stuff with the show. Tommy Davidson, Jim Carrey even said he wanted to do some stuff. The only person that really wasn't open to it was Damon Wayans. For some reason, he just really doesn't. I don't know, fuck with this show too much.
I mean, he just probably just saw it as a job and moved on.
Well, even when they had like the reunion on like the TV Land Awards, like he wasn't there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he probably just looked at it, just something to get his foot in the door.
He wouldn't even let them play his sketches, like when they did like with like the TV Land Awards, because they were like playing all like the sketches and stuff like that. Some of the iconic ones, and like apparently he wouldn't let any of his be played.
Damn, he got real beef with him.
I don't know what it was. Like I was watching an interview, but I can't remember exactly what he said in it, and I can't find that interview anywhere anymore because he was on some radio show, and I can't remember if it was like on Hot 97 or the Breakfast Club, and he was telling the reason why he wasn't really like involved with letting his sketches be played or whatever.
I think it was a money issue.
Could be. Yeah. But even like he really doesn't like involve himself with like any of the other Wayans.
He probably just feels like he wants to, doesn't want to be up under them. He want to have his own thing.
I mean, well, he's probably the most famous one out of them. Probably either him or Marlon.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he arguably had the best career out of all of them. Acting-wise. Because, I mean, he's been in some pretty big movies. Except for Celtic Pride.
Never seen that.
You're not missing anything. And well, he did that one. I think he did that one Spike Lee movie. That was like supposedly, I guess, racist as hell or something like that. I can't remember the fucking name of it, but it like the movie did not do like good at all. You probably would know it if you like seen the name of it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was what the hell was that Spike Lee movie? I'll have to look it up later on or something like that. But oh well. It was like a Spike Lee movie that like did like a bunch of fucking stereotyping in it, and it did not go well. I think Michael Rappaport was in the movie too. But, oh well. But, yeah, this show, getting back to the show, and then like talking about like the reboot or whatever, yeah, it wouldn't have gone well. At all.
Nah, it wouldn't have gone well at all because, like I said earlier, society is just way too PC. And Living Color always pushes the envelope and anything, and social media really just would kill this show every week. You know what I mean? Like on Twitter and all that stuff without just the backlash.
I like Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they make fun of just certain people because there's certain people in the black community you can't talk bad about, and you'll know once you bring them up. I ain't gonna say who they are, but you
Shit,
know.
I was saying Beyonce, Obama.
Serena Williams.
Yeah. And I think that's about it.
And a show like In Living Color would make fun of them if they were really being true to who they are. You know what I mean? And people not gonna really like that.
Yeah. I was like when Jim Carrey would play Ted Turner.
Just
I'm Ted Turner.
He just buying everything.
Yeah. No, he'd do those little short films like but just like do like with like different people in it. Like he did like he was like, yeah, I got like a short film and it's got like starring Red Fox, Emmanuel Lewis. And then he had he was like, yeah, I got Casablanca starring, I think it was Billy D. Williams. And yeah, because that was the sketch he had Marlon. Not Marlon, but he had of course Keenan doing a Billy D. Williams character, and then Tommy Davidson pretending to be Stevie Wonder on the piano, which he actually does a pretty good Stevie Wonder impersonation. I mean, granted, the best one that does a Stevie Wonder impersonation is Eddie Murphy, which I'm surprised they didn't have like Robert Townsend or Eddie Murphy like pop on the show.
I think at that time they was, really into Hollywood and the films and stuff, so they probably didn't have time in their schedule to make an appearance like that.
I don't think really Eddie Murphy had too much going on at that time. That's when his career was kind of like...
He was still going hard in the 90s.
The early 90s.
Nah, yeah, he was.
He was having a couple breaks for movies in the early 90s. Because that was like around the time he did like Beverly Hills Cop 3. We already know that movie. That movie was terrible. But I guess, Robert Townsend was still acting because he had that show. He had that Parenthood show. So, I don't know. Maybe they just never asked him or something like that. Because, I mean, they're all friends. Because Keenan, he was on Hollywood Shuffle, which is a pretty good movie. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. Pretty funny. It just has to do with, like, Hollywood stereotypes. Just a comedic version of it. Especially one scene they got on it called Black Acting School. And it was hilarious because all the teachers for the Black Acting School were white. So they're teaching like black people how to be black in movies. Yeah, because one white dude, he's like, nah, you're not saying it right. You gotta say it like this. Jive turkey, motherfucker.
But it's funny because that's how it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? You look at a company like BET, who run it? All white people.
That's because Bob Johnson sold it to Viacom.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He got $1 billion, but still.
Hey, he's laughing straight to the bank with it.
But I'm gonna have to look that movie up, Hollywood Shuffle.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good. John Witherspoon in it. Rest in peace.
Anyway, not to divulge.
Yeah.
Into that. How you feel about the Fly Girls?
Oh, they were bad. I loved all of them.
Yeah.
They definitely lived up to their names, Fly Girls.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely lovely to see them. You never see that on any kind of show. Chicks dancing around. Of course, Rosie Perez did all the choreography, like I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
Which you wouldn't. Well, of course, she got her. I think she got her start on like Soul Train, dancing on Soul Train or whatever. And then, of course, Spike Lee put her in Do the Right Thing, and then she just blew up after that. But yeah, she was like in charge of choreography, and she was the one that also got all like the musical guests.
Yeah, they had a lot of great musical guests on here.
Pretty much anybody you can think of.
Yeah, anybody that was popular at the time was on there.
I was like, it was funny. I was watching the episode, and they were making, so you've seen the sketch where they make fun of America's Funniest Home Videos. Yeah. Well, they were showing the crowd, and you know who was in the fucking crowd?
Who?
Kid and Play. Just randomly, because I was like looking at it on YouTube, and I was like, "Is that Kid and Play?" Because I saw the big ass high top, and I like rewinded it back, and I was like, "That sure in the hell was them." But it's just crazy. It's like stuff like little stuff like that. But one of the performances I did like on there was KRS-One when he got on there, because he performed "The Bridge Is Over," and it was like, damn, this man performed a diss track on the show like that. Calling out MC Shan and Magic.
Easy did that too. He performed Real Motherfucking G's.
Oh yeah, on Arsenio Hall or on Living Color.
Living Color.
Damn. Sure, Dr. Dre was loving that. Detox on the way.
Oh, it's on the way. It's definitely on the way now. Detox and Up in Smoke 2 tour.
How the hell do you not sign a prenup?
Eddie's in California. That's even worse.
Yeah.
Man.
Like, you don't you don't get your wife to sign a prenup?
And I saw that she wants support after that.
Damn.
Allegedly wants support after that.
Well, I mean, Dr. Dre got money, though.
Yeah.
I mean, because what was it?
It
like,
don't matter. You lose half of your shit, you going to be like, what the fuck?
Oh, Michael Jordan, he had to give, like, Juanita, what, 150?
Yeah, like 170, I think. Either way, it's still a lot of fucking money to part with.
Well, not for Michael Jordan. He's a billionaire.
Yeah, he recovered.
Oh, hell yeah, he recovered. Dude, because that was like...
Everybody ain't going to do that, though.
Dr. Dre can afford it.
Yeah.
Detox ain't ever coming.
As long as he keep doing what Jimmy Iovine say, he'll be straight.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Keep tap dancing, boy.
Yeah. But in Living Color, you know, one of the all-time greats. If you haven't checked out the show, you can see most of the episodes on YouTube. I think really they don't have, like, the episodes that they don't have on YouTube is the ones with, like, the music spoofs in it. Cause I think there's like copyright claims or something like that.
Yeah.
But definitely, if you haven't checked out the show, you need to get on that and do that. With that being said, you got any more thoughts about this show?
Nah.
All right. Well, I guess we will call that a wrap. So, this is the Ghost of Mr. Sanders show, and we're out of here.